Reach for the Stars has now gone and sold out individually and sold out in the pick and mix. So your pick and mix now consists of these 3 fantastic stamp sets. You choose any 2. You can buy them individually. But you could, I guess, you could do a pick and mix of any 2, then buy one individually. You can do the math. It's entirely up to you. And you can pay via PayPal, or you can divide the cost into 3 payments with your pick and mix. 563847 is your item number. Now, we're going to head over to those awful demonstrations now. This is the time when you can go and let the dog out, grab yourself a cup of tea, go around the shop.
Watch us.
Just make sure you come back in about 5 minutes. We're only kidding, by the way, before anyone emails in. Also, we've got a bog off for you on your tape pens. Yeah, buy one, get one free, but there are packs of 6, so you get 12 instead of 6. £8.99 in the club. Oh, you can't divide the cost of that, can you? Let's have a look. We're going to press the button. £4.50 today. And there's 10 metres on each of those tape pens, which is brilliant. Tape pen? Yeah, tape pens. 252322. No, I'll start again. 252231 is your item number. I don't know, I had difficulty with that.
252231.
You see, you don't have difficulty with it. Right, it is lovely to have your company. Now, if anyone got the stamps or the stencils when they were previously shown with the one-day special with Tony, and you've made any makes, please send in your pictures. I'm sure Helen would love to see them.
Absolutely.
And we'd love to show everyone at home as well, so you can let people know what you do with your stamps. It's always good. I don't mean to influence others, but just to encourage other crafters as to what you can do with them. So the email address is studio@createandcraft.com. All right, and Helen, shows these rubbish demonstrations.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the Every New Day, which is our lovely couple here on the boat.
Is this your favourite?
This is my favourite. Yeah. This is the one I started with in the previous show as well. To be fair, I was actually going to start with the Reach for the Stars, but obviously that's gone.
It's gone and sold
so
out.
I can't. So we're going to start with this one. And I just want to let you know, if you've never seen a Stamps by Me show before, when you get your stamps home, keep them in the packaging because they're kind of like your storage, and it's also really easy to see what's inside when you keep it there, and also you get a little bit of inspiration. And finally, you also get this little QR code here. If you scan that with your smartphone or your smart tablet, it will take you to the Stamps by Me inspiration page, and Tony adds to these videos regularly. So sometimes, I think at the last time there was over 1,000, so next time you look there might be 1,100, who knows. It can, she keeps adding to it, and what's really, really important is it's completely free inspiration, so you can go and look at it as many times as you want. It shows you the inspiration for the item that you're looking for, but also the inspiration for other items that you don't have to have had to still see that inspiration. Okay, and I realised I said inspiration about 7 times there.
That's all right.
It's extremely inspiring inspiration.
I've got a little bell under here and I keep pressing it. Ding, 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 ding. Every time you say that special word. It's fine.
Well, it is very inspiring.
Yes. Oh, look, there's a ding, ding.
What was that?
Can we also have a ding, ding every time I say, how about that?
How about that?
There you go.
My goodness, that's terrifying. That's like the voice of, I don't know, what?
The voice
of someone.
Yes.
I know it's the voice of our director, but it also could be the voice of someone really scary.
Oh dear.
Right.
You know when there's a big hole, we just try to dig our way out.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to start inking up and stop talking a little bit. Okay, so here we go. I've got my stencil here. It's not actually, that's really annoying, it's not actually straight in my Eureka, so I'm just going to turn it. There we go.
With the Eureka, you get the magnets as well, so you can make sure that everything is lined up correctly.
So I've got my ink here, and I'm just going to add it to the top of my stencil.
Okay.
I love the star. I think this is really nice, really unusual stencil.
It is nice.
And these are really easy stencils to clean. You can just, I sort of wipe them clean with a baby wipe, or you could pop them in a little bit of water if you wanted to. No soap though or anything like that, I wouldn't say, but a little bit of water and that'll be fine.
I do think they'd look really good embossed into paper. You just get that slight impression, which should look good. Details have changed on your screen, by the way, to the stencil. Set of 4, £26.06, but you can, of course, divide the cost into 2 payments.
So we're just going to layer this down, and my Eureka magnets are holding the stencil in place, but I still like to sort of just anchor it
Yes.
And also, I mean, you can see I'm not doing that, but if you get any of the ink or anything on your foam, you can absolutely, again, wipe that clean. Woo!
So with this demonstration, would you say this is your Eureka moment?
Oh, dear. I'm not even answering that. Oh dear. It's got to that part of the day.
It's the Janice part of the day.
I love it. I'm a fan of a pun, to be fair.
Good.
Love a pun. Right, and then we're just going to come in with some of this beautiful pink. And again, I'm just using my hand here as an anchor to hold that stencil in place, because you see it moved, but it's if it moves for you like it did for me, which is, you know, this can happen. What was funny about that?
I don't know. It moved for me and it moved for you, so it's good.
It moved for me and it can move for you.
I know it can.
If the stencil moves for you, like the stencil moved for me,
yes,
you can easily line it back up. Just stop for a second, line up the stencil, and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm just going to come back in with my purple just to blend those together a little bit. There we go, and you'll see here.
Oh wow,
how
look
gorgeous
at
that is. Now, as I say, it's got a little bit of ink here. Just clean that off, no problem.
I love, what are you calling these bits here? What did you say? They were like distressed elements or accents or...
This is the stylised part of this.
That's it, the stylised. I just think that is fabulous. But you wouldn't be able to do that yourself.
No, and does that not remind you, I mean, maybe it's just me, but it reminds me of a mountain with snow coming down. I was going to say that, you know, when
you first did the top inking of it. So yeah, you could use it like that.
So I've just got one that I've completely inked up. We'll just bring that in, and I'm going to sort of have a little sort of play with it with some of my sprays. So
here's a question, Helen.
Yeah.
You've got the elements at the top and the bottom, but I guess it doesn't have to be. You could turn it.
No?
Yeah, you could have it on the side if you want to. Just depends which sort of shape you want. Yeah.
Turn it up.
Yeah.
I mean, up and down are pretty similar, but you could absolutely have it on the side for a really cool look.
Yeah.
Now, what I've got here is I've got a little box for my spraying. Now, I know some people, when they do sprays with sort of eyes ink and things, they use a cardboard box.
Yes.
You know, sort of recycling sort of thing. But I actually prefer to use a box like this because for two reasons. A, it's really easy to wipe clean.
Yeah.
It's specifically for this. But you will get spray in other places of the box.
Yeah.
You can then add a bit of water to that, and you can be using the spray. Whereas obviously with a cardboard box, you're not going to be able to do that. So that's
and I guess the cardboard box eventually you'll have to throw away. Whereas this, you just keep going.
Absolutely.
Great idea.
Just ringing it like a little doorbell. No, not a doorbell at all. Ringing it like a bell. When I say doorbell, it's not a doorbell. You don't. Who does that with a doorbell? Unbelievable. Oh, it's you. I'm just like that. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying.
I'm just
anyway,
gonna let you carry on.
Just let me keep digging my hole. Right, so I'm just going to spray it. Oh dear.
That is very good. Would it be a video doorbell that you're ringing?
What? Hey.
Yeah, it could be.
No, it could be. It could be. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Dear.
Ring it like a bell, you know, like a handheld bell.
Yes.
So we spritzed some of that, and I just want to dry this off a little bit.
Okay. Now you don't need to use a lot of these inks to make this effect, and it really does look fabulous. Could you, Helen, like spray on your glass mat and then use a brush to use the inks in that way?
Absolutely. So again, in the previous show, I mean, I didn't put it on my mat. I spritzed it into my Eureka the little pots, and I painted with it. Absolutely. You can add water to it; it gets a bit more of a watercolor effect.
That's great.
And what I love about this, if you can see, is that where there we go. Look at that shine.
Oh, that is lovely. That is lovely. Oh, yeah, look at that.
And so by just spritzing it, I was quite far away from the image. You get that beautiful sort of almost as if this is sort of dribbling away, this side's dribbling away, but then you get the glitter inside. I love that.
Isn't that? And you didn't use a lot of that spray to get that effect.
Absolutely. A little of that spray goes a long way. So let's move this out of the way, and I'm going to bring in my Every New Day. I'm going to put my lid on my little thing here. So we're going to bring my Eureka back in because now I want to stamp on it.
We do have the Eureka available to you.
Oh, sorry.
And it comes with a case, with your scoring board, with your scoring tool, and also your magnets as well. It's a terrific deal, and I think, especially when you've got the measurements on the front as well, you've got all of those added extra details, including a brush. So put all of that into that fantastic, I'm just going to come over here and show you, because it comes with its own wallet that has the Eureka 101 on there. So as a present, it's going to be fabulous. And it just means that you can put everything back into that case, and then you can put that into a drawer if you want to, and that's it. That's your craft studio put away, or your craft studio taking with you. I just think it's an absolutely terrific idea, and it is great value for money. It truly is, because you can split the cost as well. 058619 is your item number, and split the cost 3 ways. How about that? We'll take one payment today plus your P&P, another payment in a month's time, and another payment after that. Terrific deal, it really is. Right.
Okay, so I've just cleaned off my star stencil here, as you can see, very easy, just with a baby wipe. And what I want to do is I want to place it back over my image. Let's just move this up slightly, because I don't want my stamp to go over the star.
Okay.
So I'm actually just going to stamp on top of the stencil so that we still get that beautiful star shape, because if I'd stamped this on there, it would come on either side, which would have been fine.
Yep.
But that's not what I'm looking for in terms of this card.
Now, with these being silhouette stamps,
yes,
can we stamp in any colour? It doesn't have to be black, does
no,
it?
it absolutely doesn't have to be black. You can stamp in whatever you like. This is a large stamp. I would recommend using the Eureka,
Yep.
because no matter, I always have to say, no matter what amazing of stamper you are, we all get days where we've not inked it quite right or whatever, we've missed a little bit. And so I personally really struggle with blocks, because I'm not the greatest at it and things like that.
I know what you mean.
And so with your Eureka, you've got that bit of protection there, that if it doesn't stamp out perfectly, and actually we're going on a step here because of the stencil, so this might actually miss a little bit of the corner. But I don't have to worry. See, just there, we just missed a little bit of the corner, so I just want to add a little bit more.
And you're going to get it in exactly the right place again, because it's on that platform.
Absolutely, it's staying exactly where you put it originally.
Could we use some embossing powder for the whole stamp? Would you say that would be a little bit too much? You know, use like an ink and then put embossing powder onto it?
Again, doing something like embossing, it's very easy with an embossing powder, because it's sticky ink and it's actually clear. It's very easy to miss parts, and so and you go and you look down, you stamp it, and you miss a part. So again, using the sort of like wow embossing inks or whatever you've got makes a beautiful difference. So there we go.
I think embossed in something like silver and black, if you were to mix it, would give you that moonlight effect.
Absolutely. So there you can see it's just come off the corner. It's almost like we're looking through that stencil.
That is really good.
Thank you.
I mean, the colours that you've used there to go from the sky into, and that's the kind of colour when the sun's setting that you get on the water, that purple.
Absolutely.
And equally, it could be the other way round. You could have the blue as the water and the purple as the sky. It works perfectly either way.
Right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pop our little sentiment here. I'm just trying to decide whether I think it should be up there or off to the side. What do you think, Janice? Off to the side, or actually keep it within our star?
I think to the side.
To the side, okay.
Because I think the image that you've got in there is just so beautiful.
Yes.
That's all you want to see within that star.
Okay.
It looks great. It actually looks like it's going to move across the star. You've got that movement there, and that's that reflection. You try doing that reflection. If you've stamped before and you try and do a reflection underneath, you give it that little squiggle, don't you?
Yes.
You do the squiggle that then just pitters off into nothing.
I love that, yeah.
And it doesn't. It's not quite a reflection, but what Tony's done here in the design concept, you've got that reflection that works perfectly. It's the image that's just sort of like giving that little shimmer all the way down, and then the little gaps in between. So it's, and even on the other side as well. And you've got the 2 little oars just there.
I love
just
that.
noticed those. That's
really
great.
clever. So what we've done, we've almost made it look like the star is sort of shooting, because we've added that spray and it kind of brings it out. But you've still got quite a bit of white. And I always say, if you're doing an image where you're using a fair amount of white on your card, it's always good to kind of matte and layer it with just a little bit of black. And I literally just sort of do a quarter larger in inches for my mats and layers. I think we talked about it a little bit before, the trimmer I use. just gives it that little bit easier to do sort of a 1/4 inch larger. Doesn't need to be a massive matte layer.
This would be a really nice, engagement card.
Yes.
Never give up. Never give up asking.
Oh.
Never give up. Keep going.
So you mean it would be a really good non-engagement card? The person is saying no, and you're saying no. Keep at it. They will eventually say yes.
Yeah, they will. They will eventually
say yes.
Or it could be you're finally engaged after they've said no so many times.
Right, I see. You never.
Yeah.
And then make that an A. You never gave up.
You never gave up. Oh,
There we go.
Isn't it?
So we've used that beautiful stylized star there. We've used the blue and the pink eyes ink, and then we've used that fantastic every new day sentiment and stamp.
And just on there, can you see that shimmer? It looks like you've actually flicked some sparkle on there, but that's actually in with the eyes ink. That is look, that looks like the stars behind.
Yes, it absolutely does. Yes.
Oh, that is so lovely.
It does. It just reminds me. There's something extremely peaceful at looking at that, isn't there?
It certainly is.
Very tranquil.
Also reminds me of a scene from Friday the 13th. But anyway, let's move on.
Oh, really? Oh no.
Now, if you do want to buy anything on the show, you can divide the cost, and it's called Flexiby, and this is how you do it.
Flexiby. It's as simple as shop, click and craft. Buy it today, spread your payment at no extra cost. There are no fees, no interest and no waiting. So whether you're potty on paper craft, mad on mixed media or just starting your sewing journey, shopping has never been easier. It's time to buy what you want, when you want, with 2, 3 or even 4 interest-free Flexi buys. Shop today with Flexiby on Create and Craft.
I was a nice lady telling you all about Flexiby. Right, let's talk about the pick and mix that we've got available for you. You can still buy these individually, by the way, but your pick and mix is a great deal. You can buy any 2. Which 2 would you go for? For me, it keeps changing. So I might actually go for a pick and mix and then buy the other one singularly, because I think all of these images are terrific. And when you saw the image that was stamped out there with the 2 people in the boat and that gorgeous reflection of what you can do with that, it just looked amazing. And that's the same for each and every one. So you've got your extra stamps within each set. And what I'll do is I'll show you the boards here so you know exactly what you're getting in with the deal. So I'll start with, let me start with the kingfisher here. It doesn't have to be a kingfisher, it could be any bird actually. But you've got your only limit is you. So that is a really nice sentiment in there. Well, it's you know, it's not it might be a baby kingfisher, but the reason why I say that, I'm going to quantify this. The reason why I say that is because this is the kind of stick out of the water that kingfishers sit on. Branch, stick, broken tree. Can you see I'm trying to stick up for myself here? But it could be. Why could it not be a kingfisher? Oh, Director Ed, I have seen what a kingfisher looks like. I'm sorry I'm having a conversation with myself here, but, you know, I'm not going to let this one go. Anyway, you also have those fantastic foliage there as well. You've got your reflection that you can use there, and that lovely reflection. Can you tell what I get to put up with in my ear? It does look like a kingfisher, and I'm going to post a picture of it to make sure it is. Oh, you see, there he goes. Tony, if you are watching, if you did intend this to be kind of a kingfisher, maybe, or another bird that perches on the lake, please let us know. Who's the twitcher? Anyway, it's a beautiful set of stamps. And you've got the moon as well. I really like that as like a textured style background as well. So that is your whole complete collection just there. Then you've got the 2 people who are in a boat on a lake. And again, you've got the trees each side that you can draw your eye in. You can use those. And you've also got the grasses as well. If I just turn that way, you have got your different grasses, which look great. And you've also got the reflection there. Never give up. Every new day is a blessing. There you go. Just like me. Never give up when you're talking about kingfishers. Next up, you've got your fabulous swallows. Oh, sorry, I mean swans that you've got there with their great... They're great reflections. And you also have the larger reflection just there. And you've also got your sentiments as well. If you're thinking to yourself, what is going on? I don't actually know either, but it's great for you to join us here on Create and Craft. 563847 is your item number, £30.76 for any two. You choose any two. If you did want all three, because it's a pick and mix of any two, this is how you'll do it. You'll choose two in the pick and mix, and then you'll go for one individually, put them all into your basket, and then you'll still be able to divide the cost. Could we do that on the website and have a look? So there might be people at home that would like to do that, because you can. Let's show the website, and what we'll do is we'll show you how to do that, just in case you wanted all three, because we did have a sellout. So let's go for a pick and mix. Okay, let's choose any two. So we'll go for the Fabulous Bird Reflection. Oh, hang on, a couple of the Reach for the Stars may have bounced back. So if you're very quick, you could get that into your basket. There's only one, so that might go. So we won't put that into our basket. Let's choose any of the other two. Your only limit is you and tomorrow. And then we'll go to checkout. So we'll add that to the basket. And then we'll want another one. So we'll continue shopping. There you go. And then you add every new day. So we'll go back into it. Oh, there's me. And then you'll add every new day. And then you go to checkout, view basket and checkout. This is where you can still use Flexi, which means, there you go, you've got the little icon there. So you click each one and click that one, and that's it. So they're going to be available to you on Flexi. And the total today, all in, is £24.88. Is that your first Flexi? That's your first Flexi. And that's how you do it. Right, we have got a picture sent in from Janie. Oh, this looks gorgeous. Look at this. That is absolutely beautiful, isn't it? That really is nice. So, and that is from Janie. I didn't know whether Helen knew Janie, so I just
No, I don't.
asked.
I just wanted to come over and see it and say how I thought that was absolutely stunning, because I'm over there getting ready for my demo, but I think when people email in, I need to stop for a second and say, A, thank you, and B, how amazing your card is.
Beautiful, isn't it?
So I'm going to go back.
Yeah, I love the colour in the background as well. That's really, really effective, in the way that you've brought in the foliage as well. Thank you ever so much, Janie. And I love that you've got that little little name at the bottom there to tell us who you are. Fabulous. Right, okay. Let's head back to our lovely Helen. Let's tell you about the stencils. First of all, come over here, Helen. Oh, thank you. 4 stencils for you, terrific price. This is what you were using in the first brilliant demonstration.
Thank you. See, now one can say that,
yes,
because it's happened.
Yes, but I have faith in you.
Oh, thanks.
Are we going to use another stencil?
Yeah, I'm going to use it in a slightly different way, but absolutely. So I'm going to use, so we've just seen the star, the stylised star, and in my next demonstration, I'm going to use that beautiful stylised square.
Oh, lovely. If you want to get all 4 of these, it's a great price at £26.06, because you're saving nearly £10 on this deal. And I just think, even if you're using these to frame pictures at home, for example, it's a brilliant way to do that, because they're a little bit different, aren't they?
Absolutely.
386237 is your item number, and they're 7 by 7 in size, but of course your apertures in between are different sizes. Right, we're going to head back to the demonstration now. We're going to shimmy across. There you go. It's like Acorn Antiques, isn't it?
I never watched that programme before, actually.
Did you not? Oh,
no.
Did you watch it? I loved it. I loved it.
It's Julie Walters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my plastic box is back.
Lovely.
And what I've done is I've taken so this is from Your Only Limit Is You, and you've got the moon and then the sort of the reflection. And what I've done, again, these are wipe clean, and as long as you do this and then wipe them clean as soon as you're finished, you'll be absolutely fine. But I'm actually going to use them as almost masks, if you will. Okay? So, again, we ring our bell, not the door.
Not the
regular
doorbell.
bell. And we're just going to start spritzing. And now I'm not being too careful. I just want to start with some colour. I just want to get some of this colour down. If I want to, afterwards, I can pull it back a little bit with a baby wipe, or I can go closer to add more colour. So if we want to go a little bit more with the orange, we can get much closer. But we can just easily Hang on. If we go, ooh, it's a bit
Bring
much.
the details up for the inks or the eyes inks.
Yeah.
It's a set of 5. And they really are going to last a long time because they're 18 mil in each one. And you've got some lovely colours, £28.95. But of course, if you're in the club, you've got that extra 10% off.
So I'm just going to bring in my heat gun.
Okay.
And get some of that colour dried off so we can add a little bit more. Because obviously, when you're using something like this, colours will mix a little bit together.
Yes.
So you want to be aware of how much colour you're putting down. And obviously, if you put colours that aren't together on the colour chart, so say you put like a red and maybe, I don't know, a green, you might end up getting brown.
Yeah.
Okay, so I always like to just put a little bit of colour down, bring my heat gun in.
Now, we've had an email in from Marlene. Thank you for emailing in, Marlene. Marlene says, thank you for a great show with great demonstrations and full of humour. I love to watch your demos, Helen. You always give me lots of inspiration. That's Marlene. And your humour is so infectious. And Janice, you can do one. What? No, Marlene didn't say that. She says, Janice, I'm so incorrigible. I am, I'm sorry. We're great together. Oh, thank you, Marlene. And crafting along is Marlene at home.
Oh, wow, cool.
Marlene,
Thanks,
send us a picture of what you're up to. And Marlene is in Coventry. It's not that no one's talking to her. It's just that she is in Coventry. I live in Leicester, Marlene. You're just up the road from me.
What do you mean that no one's talking to her?
Have you heard the same when you send somebody to Coventry?
No.
I don't know where it comes from, but
where does it come from?
You say, you're like, oh, I'm sending Helen to Coventry, which means I'm not going to talk to you and don't speak to you. And I don't know where it comes from.
Wow, I've never heard that saying before.
Yeah, you send somebody to Coventry. Maybe, Marlene, you know the answer to that.
Maybe. It would be really nice to know, because I have never heard that saying before.
Well, have a look what it means when you send somebody to Coventry. It's all about not talking to them. It's not a very nice thing to do.
No, it's horrible.
I must admit.
We're not going to do that with Marlene. She's too fantastic.
And I think Coventry's a great city.
So, there we go. I've added my
That
sprays.
looks brilliant.
Thank you. And you can see here that you've got the white from the moon.
Yep.
Just completely dry this off because I want to stamp on it next. There we go. And as you can see, if you're going to, this is, I don't think it's quite 3mm, but it's a thicker MDF. Oh, sorry. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the spongy part of my Eureka. Okay. And I'm going to pop that inside.
Now, why have you done that?
Because you've got like a little well inside, and if I had put this, which is much thicker than paper would be, if I put this on the top of the sponginess, it would have not closed properly, so you wouldn't have got such a nice stamp.
That's clever.
So, and this is a really strong magnet, as you can see, like this is really strong, so it's still going to hold my MDF in place, even without the foam pad on, and there's no problem. Okay, so first of all, we're going to pop our moon back in, but now the other way around.
Okay.
So let's pick that up. And we are... Where's my bird?
Just there, you just...
Thank you. Yeah. No, we've got my bird here.
Ah,
actually, we need to do that secondary, don't we? Because obviously we have to do that secondary, otherwise it will not...
They're still taking Mickey out of me, calling it a baby. I mean,
yeah,
I know kingfishers have a larger beak, and it might not have been, but if you were to extend the beak, it could be a kingfisher. It could be any bird you like, really.
So what were you saying that was? A kingfisher?
I said it was a kingfisher. It looked like a kingfisher.
It looks like a baby kingfisher, but kingfishers they have longer tails than that.
Maybe a little bit.
I think so. I don't know what kind of bird it is. I'm not a fan of birds in real life.
Are you not?
Oh no, I'm terrified of absolutely terrified of birds. Yes, yes. I've been attacked by a bird twice.
Oh dear.
It was a kingfisher that attacked me, so I don't like to talk about them. No, I'm joking. No. Can you imagine if that were true? No, it was a seagull. One pooed on my nose.
Oh dear.
And then one got...
That's good luck, though.
It didn't feel like good luck. I'm not going to lie. It felt really unlucky.
When a seagull, I nearly said something else then. When a seagull poops on you, it's good luck.
Yeah, well, as I said,
and you're not supposed to wash it.
Absolutely did not. Oh, I did. I absolutely did.
Oh, you see, that's where you went wrong. You shouldn't have washed your nose. You should have
kept
it there.
I've had bad luck ever since. And then the second bird, I was eating a burger, walking along a pier, and the bird's talons got caught in my hair, and it was fighting for the burger, and I was fighting for the burger, and all my family were around me laughing their heads off. And then my mum came over and I had like a scrunchie in my hair and she just pulled the scrunchie out and the bird flew away. But it didn't get my burger. Did not get my burger. See you another day, bird. Right. You now understand how much I enjoy food. I could have just let it have it, but I wasn't gonna. You're right.
Just had that whole played out in my head. It was brilliant. Oh dear.
Right.
Oh, sorry. I mean, I'm really concerned. That's awful.
Right, so you can see here where I've put the edge. I just want to bring in, actually what I'm going to do is going to spritz some water in. And I'm just going to carry on.
Oh, I do apologise on behalf of all the seagulls out there.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, it was traumatic.
It was very traumatic. They are, I mean, I'm sure they're lovely birds, you know, but it was like that. It was fighting for my life, or at least it was fighting for my burger.
Oh, dear.
So I'm just where we've got, because obviously I had the stamp down on the flat side, it's slightly wider than the detailed side. So I'm just bringing a paintbrush in. You all right? You all right?
I am. I'm sorry, it's that stories. It was hilarious. Oh dear. If you've got any bird-related stories, please do email in. It is studio@createandcraft.com.
Share the trauma with us.
Oh dear.
I shared my trauma and it makes me feel better now.
Oh dear me.
Right, and I'm just, again, like I said, I'm just bringing those colours in just to fill in that space.
Yeah.
Yep, I like that.
That's
okay,
nice.
Thank you. And then we're going to just dry that off and we're going to bring in the bird from
I got pooed on by a seagull once. I had my head
on.
No, pooed on.
I was like, what?
Same thing, isn't it? I think they just do one. I don't think they have a 1 and a 2. I think it's just a number 3. When I had my hair permed. I spent all this money and it
what,
pooped on my
literally
head.
just as you came out of the...
And of course, you can't wash it because, you know, you've just had your hair
Yeah, because
permed.
it drops the curls.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, it was quite a week.
When was this?
Oh, a long time ago, when I had long hair. Oh dear.
Right, there we go. Okay, so
with this tag, it's an
Yes,
MDF tag.
it
Did you
is.
gesso it first?
Yes,
or
I
you-
did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I added some gesso. How far down do we think we want our bird to go? Slightly. Let's put it slightly down. There we go. Yes, I added some white gesso. You could go straight onto MDF, but I always think, particularly when you're spritzing something like this that's got such a nice pearlescent
Yes.
in, that white at the back makes it pop. Whereas
Yeah.
if you put it straight down on the sort of wood of the MDF, the brown, sorry, of the MDF, then you might lose a little bit of that shine.
Now, what ink are you using to go over the ink? Are you using like a permanent stays on?
Well, no, I'm not.
Oh, what is it?
It's VersaFine.
Okay.
But if you heat set it, you
Yeah.
should be fine.
Okay.
That's funny.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you probably should. But I'm using this because this is what's
But then,
in my.
that's fine.
I mean, well, it has to be now, Janice,
Well,
because that's
I'm
what
sure,
I'm
I'm sure
using.
it is. It's just that I like to learn, you see, because I never know what inks to use for stamping.
Well, where's my other? I've got another one here,
and I didn't know whether there was like a rule of thumb to use.
and that's the same ink,
Oh, okay.
and it's absolutely stayed on just
Yeah.
by heat setting it.
Yeah.
So let's
I
go
didn't know
way.
that. I didn't know you heat set it. I shall remember that now.
Well, I do. I'm not sitting here saying that everybody would, and maybe
But
stays
it's
on would be better, but it
but-
works for me.
But a heat setting. Okay, I'll try that.
So we're just gonna heat set it.
Yep. Lovely. It's good that it's good to learn because I'm trying to do some stamping at the minute.
I've seen some of your cards online. They're fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Really lovely.
Thank you.
Do you only stamp on cards, or do you like to do home decor? I don't know if I've asked you this before.
I do like, I don't make cards as such. I make like, I guess it's home decor, yeah, to put in frames.
Yeah.
I just sit and just have a go, really.
Well, I mean, that's what it all is. Having a go, finding out what you like, finding out what you enjoy.
Exactly.
There we go. It's dry. It's not coming off. We're fine. Right. Let's just wipe that clean.
Okie dokie.
And then we're going to bring in my stencil here. I say mine, the square. Ooh.
Ah, you see, now this is interesting.
Yes.
Because you're using the stencil on a smaller piece of artwork.
Absolutely.
Ah.
So we're going to just pop it there.
Ah, that's a good idea. Of course, you don't need to use the whole stencil as it is. There's all these different elements of it to use.
Look at that.
Brilliant.
How cool is that?
That is fabulous.
So yeah, you don't, you know, again, when you're doing something like this, a bit mixed media-y.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't want any more ink on this. I want it to keep subtle.
Yeah.
When you're doing something mixed media-y like this, it's really fun just to have a go, play around with the things that you've got.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
Let's pop a little bit longer down here.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, I like that. Sort of fading into the water.
I really like the colours you've used here. So which ones have you used from the Ising? You've used
I used the orange, the pink and the blue.
Wow, they look really good.
And like I say, orange, naturally, orange you probably wouldn't put with blue because they aren't together on the colour spectrum, but just because I dried it,
I
was
them
able
together.
to... Oh, okay, yeah, well, there you are. I don't mean like necessarily in an orange and blue card, but when you're putting sprays, they wouldn't necessarily mix perfectly together because of the colours. So drying them means that then you can...
Got you. What colour would you get if you mixed blue and orange together? You make a brown
Probably
or
would
like
get
a
brown.
green? Oh, you're doing it.
There we go, let's see.
No.
Oh, it's sort of... Oh, it's like a metallic-y green.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Because it's got the yellow, isn't it, in the orange.
Look at that.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh. Oh, I like that. Oh, nice.
Do you know what colour that is? Well, actually, it's not. I was going to say it's the colour of a kingfisher, but kingfishers are brown.
Are they? I thought they were purple and green.
Nope. No, they're not. They're brown. No, they're brown.
Wow.
They're brown.
Wow, I never knew.
It's because of the light and the reflection and refraction of the light on the feathers that produces that colour. It's fascinating, nature.
Look at that. I like that.
That's nice, isn't it?
Add a little bit. Oh,
That's with your Isings, and then of course you've got all that sparkle in there. Sparkle.
A bit of sparkle.
Bit of sparkle.
And then let's pop a little sentiment on here to finish it off. Right, here we go.
I can't believe, I've just looked at the time, we're nearly over.
Oh gosh, okay, I'll quick.
I can't believe that. Where's this hour gone?
Talking about kingfishers and seagulls.
Well, time does fly.
Yeah. Time flies.
It certainly does.
It does.
Oh, I keep thinking about that seagull in your hair. I've got to stop.
I wish time had made that bird fly.
Oh,
That's
dear.
like fly away. Yeah. Do you know, it was a really good burger though. It was a really good burger. It's a burger of a very well-known burger chain.
Was it?
But not the one you'd necessarily think of. The other one. There we go. And then again, I just heat set that as well to make it stay, but just for speed.
That is beautiful. Look at that.
How cute is that? Love it.
I love that.
And I'd love the idea of sticking that on your door.
Yeah.
And just every day saying, don't get in your way here. Like this door's in your way, don't get in your own way.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And I love that image. And again, it's the reflection on all the images that just capture it so perfectly. Let's have a look at the website. This is where you can go to see everything that we've got available for you left on the show. So you've got your Isings in there, that Eureka, how cool was that? Using that through those demonstrations, being able to get the stamp exactly where you want it to be, and so much more, because you've got all those ink wells as well. And that allowed us to mix the colours and come up with that great colour ourselves. It's been lovely to have your company. What a great show.
It was good.
Really enjoyed it.
I love
really
these stamps. I think they're so easy to work with, so fun. And I think the fact that we've sort of been giggling our way through it shows you how you can be crafting with them really easily, even while chit-chatting away about other things. And I think that's really important.
And you do. It's where you come up with your ideas as well. We're just trying to dig ourselves out of a hole, really, because we've been giggling all the way through. That's what you're doing, really, isn't
I've done really loud laughs as well today. I don't know where they've come from. I'm normally like, but I've gone kind of,
Oh, well, that sounded like a bird. Oh, no, don't talk about... Well, Maybe you've become a bird through the bird attacks. Anyway, we digress. Your pick and mix is available to you as a set of 2, and if you want to go for all 3, you can either buy the set of 2 and then add one individually. You just need to choose which one. Again, out of these 3, Helen, which one is your favourite?
So
or which 2 are your favourites?
So my favourite is the one our beautiful Every New Day.
Yes.
However, if it were me, you know, don't go with what I'm saying at all if you don't want to. But if it were me, I would go with Every New Day because you've got the silhouette style there.
Yep.
And then I would go with Tomorrow because it's ever so slightly different to the other one. So if you are having to pick between the 3, if you aren't going to go for one of them individually as well, I would definitely go for Tomorrow, and Every New Day.
Yeah, so if you want to go for Tomorrow today, you better put it into your basket. £30.76. It's a great deal, it really is. And you can also divide the cost. 563847. Helen, when are you back?
Never again. You know, I just don't think they'll invite me back again. No, I'm joking. I'll be back on the 17th.
Oh, the 17th. That's not long to wait at all.
Absolutely not.
Lovely. Well, we look forward to that. Just make sure that you stay out of the way of all the birds until then. Okay, don't bring any seagulls back into the studio. But it's always a joy to work with you, Helen. Thank you so much for all of your inspirations. And you can, of course, watch the show again at your leisure or if you dare. We'll see you in a few moments' time. Thanks, Helen. Right, Graphic 45 is coming up next. We've got the new Christmas collections with Artina, Sizzix, Thinnets.